Hello all, welcome back to Pabbly Connect. So in this video we're going to understand how to create Apollo.io contact on contact form 7 submission. So do you also use contact form 7 and Apollo.io for your business? Then this video is definitely for you. So here I'm doing the same. I manage an interior designing services business, and for that we have our website where we have attached a contact form 7. What we do is we collect the inquiries of our potential clients from there. And now what I want is that as soon as we receive a new inquiry from there, which is as soon as we receive a new lead details from there, automatically with the help of the same lead details, a new contact should be created in my Apollo.io too, so that my team can follow up with them quickly and efficiently. And also we can create targeted email marketing campaigns for them. So to do this, we're going to create a connection between contact form 7 and Apollo.io. To create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. It is an amazing automation software. So do you also wish to learn this process step by step? Then let me take you to my computer screen. Welcome to my screen. So as you know, in this video we're going to understand how to create Apollo.io contact on contact form 7 submission. So as you know that I run an interior design business and we frequently receive new inquiries through our website contact form 7. So to streamline our lead management process, I want to set up an automation that automatically creates a new contact in Apollo.io each time a new form is submitted in my contact form 7. So as you know, contact form 7 is a powerful WordPress plugin that allows businesses to create customizable form, making it easy to gather information from potential clients. On the other hand, Apollo.io provides comprehensive tools for managing contacts and tracking interactions to optimize sales efforts. So over here, as you know that Apollo.io and contact form 7 doesn't have any native connection or integration. So in order to connect or integrate this, we're going to use Pabbly Connect. So yes, to do this, I've already opened the landing page of Pabbly simply by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser. It is very easy. So as soon as we're going to open the landing page of Pabbly, we're going to get two options. One is sign in and the another one is sign up for free. So if you're a new user, you can click on sign up for free and you're going to get 100 of tasks free every month. But I'm an existing user, so I'm going to click on sign in right over here, and as soon as we're going to click on sign in, it is opening all Pabbly apps. Over here you can see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly, but in today's video we're going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications. So I'm going to click on access now right over here to access my Pabbly Connect account, and as soon as we're going to click on access now, it is opening my dashboard. And to start with this automation, we're going to click on this button which says create workflow, and now it is asking me the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So over here I want to save the workflow in this folder which is automations, and I want to name my workflow as how to create Apollo.io contact on contact form 7 submission, contact form 7 to Apollo.io, and then we're going to click on create. And as soon as we're going to click on create, it is opening the most important window for our automation, which is our workflow window. So this is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. Trigger means when this happens and action means do this. So by this you can understand that the trigger is the commander for the workflow and actions follow the commands. And as you know that we can have only a single commander but multiple followers. So over here we can have only a single trigger but multiple actions following the commands of our trigger. And by this you can finally understand that the actions are response towards the commands given by our trigger. And in order to start with our automation, we have to select our trigger application. So for my trigger application, I'm going to select it as contact form 7 because I want that as soon as a new submission is submitted in my contact form 7, automatically my workflow should be triggered. So with here I've attached a contact form 7 form on my website, and I received new inquiries of my potential customers from there only. So that's why we're going to select the same. And now for the trigger event, we are going to select it as new form submission, and now it has given me a webbook URL and some steps. So what we're going to do is first we're going to copy this webbook URL, and then we are going to follow all of these steps given right over here in order to connect our contact form 7 account with a Pabbly's workflow. So first it is saying install and activate the contact form 7 from the plugin section in the WordPress dashboard. So I'm going to open my WordPress dashboard, and as you can see that this is my WordPress account, and I've already installed the contact form 7 plugin right over here. If you wish to install this, first we have to go on this plugins and then add new plugin, and then you have to install this plugin which is contact forms. And now now after installing this, what we have to do is we're going to open all of the forms created. So as you can see over here are all the forms which I have created, and I'm going to use one from this only, which is inquiry form for interior designing services. So what we have to do is we are going to click on this edit right from here, and as soon as we're going to click on this edit over here, you can see that this is the form details. So now from here we have to go on Webbook, and as soon as we're going to go on Webbooks, we have to check this checkbox which is sent to Webbook in front of integrate. And now for the Webbook URL, we are going to paste the URL which we copied from our workflow. And after doing all of this, we are going to scroll down and click on save. And as soon as we're going to click on save right over here, yes, you can see that we have successfully added this Webbook URL. You can see the Webbook URL added. So now after adding this, we have successfully completed a connection between contact form 7 and Pabbly's workflow. But over here you can see that it is saying waiting for a Webbook response, and in the notes it is saying do a test submission / record. So what we have to do is, in order to capture this Webbook response, we have to do a test submission or record. So we have to submit a dummy form with dummy details so that we can capture the response for the same. So for that I'm going to open my form, and as you can see that this is my form. So we're going to fill in the dummy details to do the test submission. So for the first name, I'm going to keep it as demo, last name user, email as demoUser@pabblytudes.com. So for the phone number, I'm going to keep it as this, and now it is saying what you would like to design. So I'm going to keep it as hotel, and it is saying organization name. So I want the organization name to be Lakeview Hotels, and after entering this, we're going to click on submit, and as soon as we're going to click on submit right over here, with this we have successfully did the test submission. And now what has happened is that contact form 7 has sent the details of our test submission to our workflow, and yes, you can see thank you for your message, it has been sent. So I'm going to open my workflow and check that if Pabbly has captured the response or not, and yes, you can see that Pabbly has captured the response. You can see the same email which we entered, you can see the organization name, you can see the preference, you can see the first name, the last name, and the phone number. So now after receiving these details, with this we have successfully completed our trigger step. And now what will happen is that as soon as someone fills in the contact form 7 attached on our website for the inquiry, automatically Pabbly is going to capture the details for the same. And after capturing these details, we have successfully completed our trigger step, and we are going to move on towards our action step. And now for my action application, I'm going to select it as Apollo. So I'm going to look for Apollo right over here, and as you can see the same, so we're going to select it. And now for the action event, we're going to select it as create contact, and then we're going to click on connect. And as soon as we're going to click on connect, it is asking me to add a new connection or select the existing connection. So if you have already connected your Apollo account with your Pabbly's workflow, you can click on select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection, and now it is asking me for the API key, and it is saying you can get the API key from here. So we're going to click on this hyperlink right over here with here. So I'm going to click on this hyperlink, and as soon as we're going to click on this hyperlink, yes, you can see it is directly redirecting me to my API keys. So from the left side of the bar, you can see API keys, so we have to go on this, and as soon as we're going to open this, yes, you can see over here is my API key. But as you can see that this was really easy because I've already logged in my Apollo account previously. So it is always advised to log in your applications before starting with the automation. And after coming here, we are going to click on this create new key, and we're going to create a new key. Okay, so I'm going to click on this create new key. It is saying name, so let's suppose we're going to keep it as testing right over here. So I'm going to enter it. It is saying description, so if you wish you can definitely add a description, but I don't wish to add, so I'm going to leave it as blank. Over here we are going to select it as contacts created in the API section, because for the event it is contact created, right? So we're going to select the same only right over here, which is contacts created. So here I'm going to select the same, and then we're going to click on create API key, and as soon as we're going to click on create API key, yes, you can see over here is my API key, which is created name testing. So I'm going to copy this key, and then we're going to paste it right over here in our workflow. And after pasting this key, we're going to click on save, and as soon as we're going to click on save, yes, you can see that we have successfully connected our Apollo account with our Pabbly's workflow. And now it is asking me for the first name, the last name, the organization name, and the email. So yes, we're going to enter all of these details right over here, but we're not going to enter it manually, but instead we're going to map it. So you must be wondering what is mapping, right? So mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step. And as you know, our previous step was the trigger step, where we selected contact form 7 as our trigger application. So we're going to map the details from the response of our trigger application only, and as soon as we're going to map these details, automatically my details will turn dynamic and change with every new response received. So I'm going to give you an example that it is asking me for the first name, right? So let's suppose that I'm going to enter the first name right right over here manually by typing it like this, then this will not change with every new response received because this is the static information and I have entered it manually. But if you're going to map this from the previous response, over here you can see the first name. So let's suppose that we're going to map this from the previous response, then this will definitely change because my previous response will also change. So that's why we do mapping right over here to run our workflow in real time. And now we're going to map the last name too, like we map the first name. We're going to map the organization name. We're going to map the another details like email. We're going to move on forward. You can see that it is asking me for many another details. So yes, we are going to map only the details which we have of our lead or the details which are required. So I've mapped the required details and then we are going to click on save and send test request. If you wish, you can definitely fill out these details too. And as soon as we're going to click on save and send test request, yes, you can see that we have received a positive response which says that we have successfully created a new contact in our Apollo. So I'm going to open my Apollo and check for the new contact created. And as you can see that this is my account, so we're going to go on the left sidebar and then search. And as soon as we're going to go and search, we have to go on this saved right over here. And as soon as we're going to go and save, yes, you can see this is the new contact created, which is name demo user. You can see the company too. So I'm going to open this. And as you can see name demo user, you can see the same email which we entered. And you also saw the company name. So I'm going to open the details. And as you can see, yes, with this, we have successfully completed our workflow. And we have successfully created a new contact in our Apollo. And now with this we have successfully completed our workflow, but I'll just test this workflow once, and this time I'm going to give you a real-time example. So what we're going to do is I'm going to open my form again. We're going to do another test submission with the new details and check that if the contact gets created automatically or not without any manual efforts. So for the first name, I'm going to keep it as test, last name as user, email as testuser55@pabblydudes.com. This is the phone number. And then for the design, we're going to keep it as office. For the organization name, to keep it as Lakeview Offices. So I'm going to enter it right over here. And after entering the organization name, we're going to click on submit. And as soon as we're going to click on submit right over here, with this we have successfully did another test submission. And now what has happened is that contact form 7 has sent the details of our test submission to our workflow. Pabbly captured the response, triggered the workflow, and further created a new contact with the same details in our Apollo too. So I'm going to open my apollo.io account and check for the new contact created with the same details. And this time we are not going back to our workflow and clicking on save and send test request. I'll directly open my Apollo right from here and we're going to look for the new contact created. So I'm going to refresh this page right from here and check for the new contact created without any manual effort. And yes, you can see a new contact has been created, name test user. You can see the company which is Lakeview Offices. So I'm going to open this and yes, you can see the same email address too which we entered. So now with this we have successfully completed our workflow, and with this we have successfully tested this workflow in real time too. And now I'll just summarize this workflow for you once. So for the trigger application, we selected contact form 7. For the trigger event, we selected new form submission. For the action application, we selected Apollo, and then for the action event, we selected create contact, because I wanted that as soon as a new form submission is made in my contact form 7, automatically with the help of the same details, a new contact should be created in my Apollo too, so that we can create targeted email marketing campaigns for all of the new leads. So this integration saves me from manual transferring the contact details and allows me to quickly follow up with the potential clients. By automating the contact creation in apollo.io, I ensure that all the inquiries are captured in one place, making it easier to track the leads and ultimately close more projects effectively. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our workflow, and over here you can see the 2 contacts I created during this video with the help of my workflow. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our workflow, and if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. And for your reference, I'll just clone this workflow and share the workflow link in the description box so that you can access my workflow. I hope this video was helpful for you. Thank you for watching. So not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly Connect, you can integrate many more applications. So if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this website. And if you find our videos helpful, do like and subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching.